introduction. I didn't know you were going to tell my whole life story, but I'm truly humbled and honored to receive this award. It was quite a surprise when Buffett texted me and told me about it. I'm just me, and I'm just living my everyday, just like a lot of you. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I want to thank Star City Pride and those involved in this award, and congratulate the other award winners for tonight. It's a great company that I accept this award and say thank you. When I think of legacy, I think of those who have come before us, and who we are going to pass the torch to. I grew up in a really small town, as Buffy said, that I finally call Wayne's World. In the 60s and 70s, and even as a child, I was different. I knew I was different. And in fact, I went up to my mom one day about age 6, and I said, "Mom, I'm just telling you right now, I'm never getting married and I'm never having kids." And she said, "Oh, you'll change your mind someday." So I guess that was my way of preparing her for my coming out 20 years later. Back then, we had no LGBT role models in the media, or the churches, or the schools. And the few out business people I knew in my hometown were ridiculed just for being themselves. So I knew instinctively, as a survival instinct, not to talk about myself, not to talk about my feelings, and that I had to get out of that town. As so many of you probably have felt, coming from a small town in Nebraska in that age. When I came to Lincoln as a naive teenager, she's right, my only goal in life was to be in the marching band. And it was the friends that I met in that band that led me to the path of working at a gay bar before I was even comfortable in labeling myself a lesbian. It was in that bar that I began my service to the LGBT community in 1984, and I met some of our Lincoln legacies in the bars that I worked in as just being everyday people living their lives out and proud and very much brave. We didn't think we were part of any special movement back then, but just like Stonewall, when something happened to one of us, it happened to all of us. We stuck together and we fought together, and in spite of the petty things that separated us, we were one. I bet there isn't a one of us in this room that hasn't been called a name or had something negative to happen to them in their lives just for being who they are. I'm definitely one of the lucky ones. I've only been called names, and I've only had my car egged when state basketball tournaments came to town. My wife, Mel, was a scholarship athlete at her college and had her scholarship taken from her just for being out and holding hands with her girlfriend at the time, from a lesbian coach that was too afraid to be associated with someone who was out at the time. My late wife, Kelly, was beat up outside of the office lounge by a bunch of straight guys, and this is what prompted her to open her safe place, a bar just for us. She did that in 1982, and with Joe Swanda came together to form what is now known as The Panic. The Panic means a safe room. It's a place where we can all be ourselves, no matter what that means. There were countless stories of people in our community who were hurt and worse, like the Harold Grover story. I don't know if some of you remember him, but he was murdered in 1996 when he was picked up at a gay bar in Lincoln and beaten up by 3 guys in Kansas. And that just didn't seem too long ago. I'm proud to have served this community in several capacities over the years, and which most of that time was served with my late wife, Kelly, who passed away 3 years ago on April 23rd, this month. I'm proud to say that we have set up a scholarship in Kelly's name through the Lincoln Community Foundation for helping future young people, future students of UNL, continuing Kelly's legacy and what she helped to start in Lincoln. I hope that you will all please visit the website and help us contribute to that scholarship. It's my goal to have it fully endowed this year and start to pay it forward as soon as possible. I want to leave you with one last thing. That is that the legacy lives in all of us. It's our duty to vote and to live our lives out and proudly every day, and to pass the torch to the youth and give them the knowledge and the history and the tools they need to continue to fight the good fight towards equality. It's organizations like Pride for the Youth that are our future and our legacy, and they are doing so many good things, and they need your support. So I wanted to say thank you. It means the world to me to have this award. Thank you.